What's up, guys? Mike here. This past few weeks, the market has been on an absolute bloody tear. All the tech stocks have been on a massacre, but there's some good news. The stimulus bill is being passed very soon, so some money will be coming in into the markets as well. And also, you guys need to prepare on what to do during this downturn because we are in semi of a bear market right now, especially with all the tech stocks continuously going down every day. Here are a few sectors that you can trade in the meantime in order to be prosperous and avoid the falling knives from all these tech stocks that you need to avoid. So in this video, we're going to go over some stocks that you guys need to be trading in the meantime to avoid the falling knife, and these are going to be in different sectors. I'm going to go over each sector very quickly, and I'm going to give you a few stocks that you can choose from at each sector in order you guys can be a little bit prosperous, if not ahead of the game, and stay in the green and not be in a bloodbath every single day. So anyways, guys, let's waste no further time. Make sure you always smash that like button, hit subscribe. It really helps out my channel and I do appreciate it. And also make sure to check out my new Patreon page. We have a couple members that just signed up, and a lot of them are already benefiting with all the help we're doing with each other, especially avoiding all these falling knives. So make sure to check out my new Patreon page. So with that said, guys, let's begin. Yeah. Alright, guys, if we go check out FinViz, we can see that the tech sector is on an absolute massacre. Everything is just constantly dying and going down. And we're going to go over some sectors that you guys can be trading in order to avoid this massacre and be safe and make some profits in the meantime. And some of those sectors you need to avoid is, of course, tech, communication, internet providers like Google, Facebook, and Twitter, and Snapchat. And also some of these software, semiconductors, you need to avoid all of these, as well as your consumers like Tesla, Amazon, and a few others. And of course, the diagnostic medical sectors is going down. Some sectors that you can choose to trade and be safe in is your telecommunication services such as T-Mobile, Verizon, at&t. These are going to be pretty safe. These have been going up relatively well because the market has treated it as undervalued. And these three, especially Verizon and at&t, they have barely moved up. These dividend companies are your powerful companies you guys need to get into, especially if you want to go long. These are perfect stocks to do as your dividend income. I specifically liked at&t. Verizon is also dirt cheap, and it's actually a little bit of a more growth oriented, so you can try that. In the meantime, you also can trade travel stocks, right? Carnival Cruises, all these Carnival stocks have been doing relatively well and they're pretty safe. Oil sector has done very well this past few months since of the beginning of the crash. And of course, some healthcare sector is going to continuously do well, especially CVS. All the insurance companies are going to do very well. And right now, Merck, Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, these are very good stocks to keep yourself safe in. And of course, bank sector is one of your hottest and safest sectors in the meantime as well. I would never recommend banks, but right now, banks are one of the fewest sectors that actually do go up, and they're doing very, very well. And of course, your airline industry is doing very well. Railroads and construction, they are doing very well. And of course, real estate is doing pretty well, especially your malls, especially your big companies like Realty Income. This is a powerful dividend company you guys want to check out. I'm going to go over individual stocks that you guys can check out. There's other stocks like your tobacco, Philip Morris, and Altria have done very well during this crash. Especially Coca-Cola has done very well. It has been extremely safe and stable, and it actually broke out. So none of these are in any particular order, and the first one is telecommunication, is at&t. This is a very safe stock, and right now it just broke out. It is in stage 2 breakout. It is going to probably relatively go up, probably trade up to $32 is where I see the highest point. And if it breaks that, it could go anywhere to 35 even. So this is your next safest stock is your telecommunication, followed by Verizon, which is another fantastic dividend company you can get into right now. It also just broke out today. You can get into this one. This is a great stock for long term as well. And this one, as long as it keeps breaking out and it breaks $58, we'll see somewhere in the 60s. All right, this can go up to $60. It just started breaking out. This is absolute positive news. This is a stock you want to get into and stay safe in during this time. We also have T-Mobile, another stage 2 breakout by T-Mobile. T-Mobile is doing very well. This is a high-powered growth stock, so I do expect this to quickly go to the 130s to 135s very, very soon. It just went extremely bullish. So these are your few telecommunication stocks you can trade and be safe in. Next sector is the travel sector. Carnival Cruise has been doing relatively well, but recently it started to pull back. So this one, I would be very cautious in if you are going to get in. MACD just crossed over, so this could be an extremely bearish signal, and we could see Carnival Cruise going down from here. So do be careful. I don't know if you guys want to get into this, but this is a strong, cautious stock that you want to watch out for. RCL, Royal Caribbean, just also broke out. They broke the stage 2. They broke the 5-day moving average. This is also another bearish signal. MACDs are crossing over. So this is another company you guys need to watch out. If you are in, expect this to be going down from here. So be careful. Next is Norwegian Cruise. This is another stock. All these have broken the 5-day moving average. And all I can tell you is be very cautious with all these cruise lines because they all went into a MACD crossover coming up very soon. So a lot of bearish signal is coming up with these travel companies. So do be careful. Next, we have our next sector of travel is our Las Vegas companies. Of course, first one is Las Vegas Sands. And this one is was doing very well. There is some bearish signal coming up. So do be careful on this one as well. And of course, we have Wynn. Wynn has been very, very stable recently. It hasn't broken the 5-day moving average. So we can see this going a little bit further up. But because of this MACD crossing over, all these can be bearish signals. So travel stocks might not be the best place to look at. Look at MGM. MGM is doing relatively the same. It did try to pull back into the 5-day moving average. This one might move back into the box and trade higher, but of course, everything is pointing down even to these travel companies. So do be careful if you're going to get into any travel stocks because the travel sector might have just reached its final peak. Next, we have our airline stocks. These have been doing very well during this crash, but MACD has also crossed over on all of these. But they haven't gone down yet. They're doing very well. They have been stable so far. So there is some upside to this. We're checking out American Airline. American Airline seems to have been doing very well as well. It did break the 5-day moving average, but it traded right back into the box, and it did close into the box, so that could be good. But of course, again, like I said, guys, all these crossed over the MACD. You need to be very careful going into these. Another one is, of course, Southwest. Southwest broke the box, but the MACD crossover, but it went absolutely bullish today. So I do think Southwest does have some more room to grow. Let's check out, of course, our Delta, one last one. And Delta has been doing pretty well. I think Delta has a little bit more room to go, somewhere into the 50s, and followed by United Airlines, which is also another good one. And United Airlines still has a little bit more room, probably around $60 that we can see go from 55 to 60. We can see it has some room, but be careful again, guys. All I'm saying is MACD has already crossed over and histogram is getting a lot smaller, and these are usually very bearish signals you guys have to be looking for. Next, of course, we have our banks. Visa. Visa is doing very good. Visa, I think, has a lot of room left to grow. Of course, we have MasterCard. MasterCard has plenty of room to grow. No MACD crossovers. I think these are going to be your safest stocks, is going to be your bank sector right now, because they have plenty of room to grow. No crossovers. They're all trading above the 5-day moving average. Look at JP Morgan. JP Morgan is, of course, the most solid of the companies of all of them. Unfortunately, this one had its MACD crossover. which is a little bit of bearish. Citibank has been doing very well. I think Citi has plenty of room to still grow. And of course, we have Bank of America, which has done phenomenally well. Bank of America has done absolutely well beginning of February. It just has been on a massive tear. It just keeps going up nonstop. It has plenty of room. MACD hasn't shown any signals of crossing over. And finally, Wells Fargo, the worst of the worst banks, is doing relatively well, but MACD did cross over, so Wells Fargo, it does look like it has a little bit more room because it is trading above the 5-day moving average, but be careful on this because the MACD did cross over, so you want to be cautious with stocks that have their MACD crossed over. I've been saving this one, the best one, for last, to be honest with you, and that is your health sector and Merck. Merck is just tearing it up, right? It just broke out today. Merck will be extremely bullish from here on, and I only see uptrend coming for Merck. This is a very powerful dividend stock, and they just are going to be helping developing the vaccines as well. So this is just another booster for Merck. They're going to be just going up from here, and MACD just crossed over. So this is a full-on bullish stage 2 breakout. This will go up a lot more. I definitely see somewhere trading around between $78 to $80. We can see Merck going up there. So there's plenty of uptrend coming up for Merck. They have a lot of room to grow. If you want, you guys could be safe in Pfizer. Pfizer is a great dividend company. This one's doing relatively safe, and it's been uptrending. And it just had its MACD crossed over, and I think Pfizer has plenty of room to still go up. We could see it hit somewhere between $36 to $38 within the next few days. So this has plenty of room to grow if you want to save stock. That's another one. Merck is helping out Johnson & Johnson to develop the vaccines that they just got approved, FDA approval, which only has about a 65% vaccine prevention for the Rona. So this was another one you could trade. Johnson & Johnson. It's a fantastic blue chip dividend company. I am very pro on this one, and it has plenty of room to grow. All right, so only trading on 157. You could easily see it to go to 160 to 165, 166, and if it could break this, we're going to see it around 170 plus. So Johnson & Johnson, Merck are one of your best health sectors you want to get into, especially since they are both just breaking out and they are just going to continuously go up from here. I do not see them being pulled back. I think a lot of bullish signals is coming up for these two companies. Thanks again for watching my video. As always, make sure to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so YouTube could alert you when my next video comes out. Also, guys, feel free to add me on Instagram. I pretty much post there daily. I post any stocks or I buy or sell. I do try to post those on Instagram, but if you want to get the latest and all the news updates with what I'm doing, check out my new Patreon page. I pretty much post everything there. Any buys or sales I really do, or any trades that I offer people, is going to be on my Patreon page, where you can follow every move I make over there. So make sure to check it out. Also, guys, if you have any other questions, leave a comment below. Let me know what other stocks you'd like me to cover or do a video on, or if you have a question on a specific stock, leave a comment below and I'd be happy to help you guys out. And also, guys, in the meantime, don't forget, WeBull has a promotion where they are giving 4 free stocks, 2 when you sign up to use their platform, and 2 more when you make a deposit of $100 or more. WeBull will give you 4 free stocks, and 2 of those will be a minimum value of $8 all the way up to $1,850 right now. So check out the link in the description box below for WeBull. If you want another free stock, FirstTrade gives out pretty good stocks. Check the link for that. And if you want another free stock, of course, Robinhood gives out pretty good stocks sometimes here and there as well. Check the links for all of those in the description box below. Thanks again for watching my video, and until next time, make money with Mike.